What up guys, your girl Rick Tech, and I'm back again with another video. So today it's 9:49. I'm about to start my time block at 10 AM. Got a couple of things I need to sort out for the agency. I've got a new phase 2 that's about to start for one of the ongoing contracts we have. I am just like setting up all like the project management side of it, I guess you could call it. So the Jira, the Slack, etc. So it'd be easier for me to communicate and work with the engineers as things are getting quite busy and a bit hard to kind of just keep track of on my WhatsApp. I've also currently got a clean that's about to start at 10 AM as well. So I've got the cleaner that's heading out to the property as well, and then I'll go and do my reviews later on the day. And I've also got obviously my 9 to 5. I don't have any meetings today apart from one at 4:15. So I'm going to be obviously attending that. So I guess to start, for those of you who don't know, my name is Rick Tech. I work as an AWS consultant, lead tech consultant, depends on the day really. I'm an entrepreneur, I have 2 businesses, and yeah, that's more so it. Most of the videos I make are tech related, entrepreneurship related. So make sure you like, comment, follow and subscribe. So now that I've gotten all of my agency work set up how I've wanted it to, I've got, the contract's been set out, the Jira board has also been put in place. I've already got one cleaner that's already out today for a first clean, started at around 10:30. 5-hour clean for a nice 3-bedroom 2-bath property, so that's really good. Everything is in business in regards to my things. Right now I'm in the process of transitioning off a project. Basically the last 2 projects that I've been on, they have been serverless AWS platform. This project is going to be Terraform, which I'm really excited about doing. I haven't done Terraform in probably about 2 years. Last project I was mostly doing cloud formation, not mostly, I was only doing cloud formation and infrastructure as code, CDK, and as well as using AWS SDK. This is obviously transitioning period. It is going to be an information dump. As a lead tech, it's important to really understand the intricacies of the technical architecture that we have in place, but it's also very important to understand the intricacies of business politics, which you will find out actually becomes the biggest enemy in most things. It's actually not. It's not the actual work that's hard, it's the people that make the work hard. Really and truly, it's just going through technical diagrams, looking at release processes. Actually, we are I guess the backbone of the team. If that any developers need anything, then we are actually able to facilitate them by obviously giving those permissions or creating and automating tools, pipelines, scripts, whatever it may be that would make their life and job much easier. A good role to actually get started in would be a cloud support engineer, but you could call the technical professionals that ensure that all of the operations and the maintenance of your platforms are running smoothly. Every single business that is in the cloud will require it can entail so many different things. It can entail, it's more like database management. You've got dealing with APIs. You've also got with securing APIs by adding like AWS WAFs in them. You need to understand how the cloud works for your customer. There's also some programming that can be involved. It could also contain containerization, and there's obviously the software development cycles, CI/CD, continuous integrations, continuous development. That is also very much involved in, I guess, what a cloud engineer kind of does. I think that's a really good role, I guess, if you're trying to slowly get into tech, and from there you can then begin to specialize. You might decide you want to be a DevOps engineer. You might decide that you want to continue being a cloud support engineer. You might decide that you actually much rather be a platform engineer, or you want to be more an application architect. That's more like front end, back end, like full stack web development work for web apps and websites that are within the cloud. Honestly, like the options are quite endless. the onboarding page that I wanted to create for some of the SCEs that will be onboarding probably within the next month. It also does help me to kind of organize like what the business goals are, what the technical requirements are, and what expectations will be when we are fully onboarded onto the project. My notion for my business is Central Company Wiki. I have, how we use GitHub, engineering guidelines. I have loads of guides and principles on our systems and processes that we have in place. Of course, I'm still slowly building this out. In that Notion wiki per project, they've got their own little wiki which kind of outlines the code base, tasks, and it also does link the Jira onto the Notion, so that we get like a really good holistic view of all the tasks that are in play. I found Notion to be really useful. I have another template that I've been using, and this is currently doing the 75 hard. So I actually have a 75 hard template that I have available in the 2.7 shop. So like I was saying, for the 75 hard, I have, this is like day 17, got everything in place, and then I've got other things that I'm currently working on. So I've got this new like tech leads, like new project checklist. This is kind of like the checklist that I like to go through, when I'm onboarding onto a new project. I'll be sharing that with you soon. I've also got another onboarding procedure. It's a really good way of onboarding onto your project. Helps you understand the expectations, both technical and also the business expectations from you and your role. It goes into how I go through like technical discovery. I've also got like a data resilience assessment that I like to use before onboarding onto my projects. I sometimes feel like, coming from a computer science like background, only the main like jobs are kind of like shared with you, and that's like what software engineer, software developer, you could be a web full stack developer. At university, at least when I was there, there wasn't a lot of conversation on cloud, and around that time cloud was like popping. It was still very much new to the market, and it wasn't something that was actually being taught in school. So the only time that I did learn about cloud was kind of when I went to my first internship, learned about like virtual desktops. I found that university does base a lot of things on like theory and like old things, that not that it's not relevant. I think it's relevant. I think it's important to understand the foundation of things. However, it's not beneficial in like the real world. By 2.7, and it essentially is just like a central place for people that want to get into consultancy. It can be any type of consult. So difficult was, what is a consultant? What is my actual role? What am I supposed to really do? And nobody was ever able to give me like a straight answer. And not today. I'm gonna be done for the day. I probably have some other things I'm gonna do for the agency, but I am logging off, and it is 5:08. I've been up since 5 a.m. Peace.